Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about multiplication of integers. So yesterday we have noted multiplication table. That is, whenever you are multiplying two positive integers, we need to take positive for the result also. And if you are multiplying two negative integers, in that case also we have to take positive products. Okay, and one is positive, one is negative. In that case, we will get negative only. So for this, we will see the examples. See, for suppose I have -5 into -3. So observe, both are negative. So minus into minus plus. And product of those two numbers means 5 3s are 15. Okay, if both are positive means +5 into +3. So plus into plus plus 5 3s are 15 again product. Okay, and one is plus and one is minus. 5 3s are 15 plus into minus minus 15. Just observe. And one is minus, other one is plus. Again same. So minus into plus minus 5 3s are 15. In all the cases, we need to take product only depending on the like integers and unlike integers. If you are getting two like integers, result will be positive. See, if you are getting two unlike integers, in that case, result will be negative. That's all. So if I am having this product, this is for only two integers I gave. For suppose more than two integers if we have, then in that case, what we need to do? So already we studied about how to add and how to subtract the integers. Now, how we are multiplying the integers? Multiplication is very simple. For suppose I have -3 into -2 into +5. Like this, three integers I have. So in this case, first observe, we know that minus into minus plus. So till here we got plus. And plus into plus plus. So finally we will get the result positive. And 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 30. Okay, so in other way, just observe how many times minus sign is appearing here. 2 times. Okay, so when it is came 2 times, we got the result as positive. Okay, if for suppose I am getting 3 times, -3 into -2 into -5. For 3 integers I have negative only. So minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus. Okay, 3 times when I am getting minus into minus plus, till here plus, and plus into minus minus. Now 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 30. Minus 30 I got. See, when I am getting 3 times, I got negative result. Okay, if I am having 4 times, -3 into -2 into -5. 4 times negative integer I have. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus plus. Observe, till here we will get plus, minus into minus plus, and again plus into minus minus, and again minus into minus plus we will get. Means finally we are getting positive. So 1 3s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 6 5s are 30, plus 30 result. Observe, whenever you are taking even number of times, negative integer is appearing even number of times in the product, then we are getting positive number as the result. Even 2 times, 4 times, next 6 times, whenever you are getting even number of times, a negative side, then you will get positive result. Even number of times, a positive result. If you are getting odd number of times, means, for suppose instead of here 2 times, we are getting only 1 time, then minus into plus minus, minus into plus minus, so our result will be minus. Yes, means 1 time I am getting negative, and 3 times also I am getting negative result, and when I am getting 5 times also I will get a negative answer only. Means if the negative integer repeated odd number of times, then we will get the product negative. If negative integer repeated even number of times, we will get the positive result. Even, positive, and whenever you are getting odd number of times, you will get the negative result. Okay, remember this. And for suppose I have 1 into 1 into 1 into 1. 1 1 are 1, 1 1 are 1, 1 1 are 1. How many times you are multiplying? Plus 1, 1 only you will get plus 1. If I have negative integer, minus 1 into minus 1, 2 times I am multiplying. So 2 times means even number. So plus we will get the result. 1 1 are 1. Product is 1. And if I have minus 1 3 times. So product of that 1 is always 1 only. Now here we have minus 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So minus 1 will be the result. Means whenever you are multiplying minus 1 even number of times, you will get plus 1 as the result. And minus 1, if you are multiplying odd number of times, then you will get minus 1 as the result. And plus 1 to the power of even or odd always equal to 1 itself, because positive number. Okay, so remember these rules. So that is about multiplication of integers. And by multiplying which integer, you get the same number as the result. Means I am asking about identity elements. See, in case of addition, 0 is additive identity. In addition, in case of addition, 0 is additive identity. And minus A is the additive inverse of A. Yes. Now coming to the multiplication. Why we are calling 0 as additive identity? Because if we are adding 0 to any number, addition. So if we are adding 0 to any number, we will get the same number as the result. If you are adding 0 for minus 1, you will get minus 1 as the result. If you are adding 0 for plus 5, you will get the plus 5 as the answer. So that's why it is called additive identity. And sum of two additive inverses always 0. So A plus F minus A will be equal to 0. That's why A and minus A are said to be additive inverses. Now coming to the multiplication. By multiplying which number, we are getting same number as the result. For suppose I am taking whole integers only. Multiplication. For suppose I have 7 into minus 1. That's negative integer I am saying. So 7 ones are 7. But here negative number is there. So plus into minus, minus 7. 7 and minus 7 are they equal? No. Then 7 into 0. So 0 is multiplied by any number, we will get 0 as the result. Means we are not getting 7 as the answer. So 0 also not additive identity, multiplicative identity. Now coming to the 7 into positive number. First positive number is 1. 7 ones are 7 I am getting. Same number I got the result when I am multiplying with 1. Apply for other numbers also, minus 21 into 1. So minus into plus minus, 21 ones are 21. Same number I am getting as the result. Yes. So when you are multiplying with 1 for any number, you are getting same number as the result. That means multiplicative identity is 1 for integers. What about multiplicative inverse? See, multiplicative inverse in the sense, product of two numbers must be equal to 1. For suppose I am taking 5. Then my multiplying 5 is nothing but 5 by 1 in fractional form. Yes. So take its reciprocal, 1 by 5 is equal to 5 ones are 5 ones are, so 1 I am getting. Means multiplicative inverse of any number A is equal to 1 by A. But observe here, for integers we are talking. Multiplicative inverse for A we got for 5 as 1 by 5. But observe here, 5 is integer. 1 by 5 is an integer. No, it is a fractional number. That's why multiplicative inverse does not exist for integers. Okay, so this one leave now. Just we need to remember about multiplicative identity. One is called multiplicative identity. And there is no multiplicative inverse for integers. And if you are taking product of 0 and any number, always 0. So for suppose I have 0 into minus 1 into plus 5 is equal to. So here three integers I have 0, minus 1 and plus 5. Between them into operation is there. Whenever we are multiplying 0 with any number, result is 0. That's all. Okay. And if I am multiplying with 1, then I will get same number as the result. If I am multiplying with minus 1, then I'll get the additive inverse of that number. Okay. And whenever we are multiplying by 0, 0 will be the result. If you are multiplying with 1, same number you will get the answer. If you are multiplying with minus 1, additive inverse of that number you will get. Okay. These are things to remember. And after that we have division of integers. Remember, if you are dividing positive integers, plus 10 by plus 5. 5 ones are 5 twos are. So your answer will be positive. Both are like numerator and denominator, dividend and divisor, both are like integers, then we will get positive result. Observe minus 10 by minus 5, both are like integers. So minus minus will get cancelled, 5 ones are 5 twos are. Again we will get plus 2 only as the result. So remember, if you are getting two like integers as a dividend and divisor, then the result is positive. If you are taking one is positive and one is negative, minus 10 by plus 5, unlike integers, 5 ones are 5 twos are, so minus 2 will get. And same, 10 by minus 5 also equal to minus 2 only. Okay, so remember these points. And division by 0 is does not exist. Any number by 0 is does not exist. And 0 by anything is equal to 0. Okay, so remember these points. And here we don't have multiplication and division, don't bother about that. In this class, just you have addition and subtraction of integers. So for that we have discussed completely. And some of the topics are I'm explaining. Properties of whole numbers already we have finished, is it right? Same properties we will apply for integers. Just what are the properties? Properties of integers. First we will check for addition. Addition. So first property is closure property. So it is easy for you. Why? Because already all these properties we have studied in case of whole numbers. Same thing we need to apply for integers. That's all. So closure property statement is what? If you are here, we are talking about addition. Okay. If you are adding any two integers, for suppose A and B are two integers, then the result, whatever is there, that one also belongs to integers only. Means all these three belongs to integers. This is the statement. We will check. Minus 5 is one of the integers, plus of plus 2 is negative integer, positive integer. Then the result what I am getting, 5 plus, 1 is minus, 1 is plus, subtraction. So 5 minus 2 is 3 and 5 is minus, having minus 10, so minus 3. Yes, means minus 5 plus 2 minus 3. All these three are belongs to integers. So this property is satisfied through addition. Closure property is applicable for integers under addition. Okay. Now, second property we have commutative property. So according to this property, commutative property, If we are adding two integers by changing their order, means a plus b, if we are changing the order as b plus a, then also result will not change. And here a and b both are belongs to integers. Because we are applying for integers only, just observe 5 plus 3 equal to 8. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. 5, 3 both are integers only, and here result is not changing even you are changing the order. Yes, if instead of that I am taking two negative integers, plus minus 5 minus of minus 6 plus of minus 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8, both are having negative. Even you are changing the order also will get minus 8 only. So commutative property is applicable for integers under addition. Third one, associative property. Same thing as the commutative property only. Just the thing is, here we are talking about two integers and here we need to take three integers. If we are adding three integers by changing the order, then also result will remain the same. That is called associative property and it is applicable for integers. Observe, I am taking three values as minus 3 plus of minus 2. First I am and plus of 6. First I am having bracket for these two numbers, means I need to finish this operation. So we need to show that this must be equal to minus 3 plus of minus 2 plus 6. By changing the order also we have to get the same result. So this bracket indicates first we need to do that operation. Both are negative addition. So we will get minus 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. Both are negative, so minus 5. 1 is minus, 1 is plus. So subtraction. 6 minus 5 is equal to 1 plus 1 only is the result. That is for LHS. Coming to RHS, here for these two numbers we have the bracket, means we need to simplify this first. So 6 minus 2 is 4 and here minus 3 plus 4. So plus 1 will be the result. Remember, for addition and multiplication, all the properties are suitable. That is closure property or commutative property or associative property for integers as well as any number. Addition and multiplication is applicable. What about subtraction? See, according to the subtraction, closure property states that when you are subtracting two integers, result also is a integer. See, for suppose instead of this plus, we are doing minus. So what we have to do, first we need to take the additive inverse of this one. So we will get plus of minus 2. Both are minus 7 will get. Even we are subtracting, we are getting the integer only. Closure property is applicable for subtraction also. Closure property is applicable for subtraction of integer. Only closure property. Remaining two will not applicable. And division, no property is suitable for division under for integers. Okay. So now coming to the different types of questions depending on all these topics, so then you will understand very easily. So all the topics, whatever we have discussed in this chapter, we will see now with the problem. The first problem is smallest negative number is dash. And second question is biggest positive number is dash. And third problem is the absolute value of the absolute value of minus 28 plus 12 plus 42 minus 63 is dash. And fourth problem is minus 3 plus 12 minus of minus 40 minus of mod minus 13. Okay, let us finish this four problems. Smallest negative number is nothing but integers only. So smallest negative integer does not exist. In case of types of integers we have, but overall smaller negative integer not there, greater positive integer also not there. Okay, that means does not exist. See, just observe while we are writing 0, minus 1, minus 2 and so on, and plus 1, plus 2 and so on. See, this arrow marks indicates there is no end, that is moving on, means there is no highest positive integer and no lowest negative integer. That's why smallest negative number is does not exist and biggest positive number also does not exist. But in case of types of integers, smallest positive integer is plus 1, but they did not mention smallest positive integer or not, they did not mention. They are telling biggest positive number, biggest positive number not there, smallest positive number is plus 1. And smallest negative number, biggest negative number is minus 1, smallest negative number not there. Okay, and coming to the next, absolute value of the given expression. See, here they did, if I have absolute value of minus 5, in that case directly I can write mod of minus 5 is equal to just its numerical value. We will not take its sign, just the number we will take. But here we need to simplify this expression. So find the value of the given expression and after that find out the absolute value. So for that I have minus 28 plus 12 plus 42 minus 63 is equal to, see, observe all these things, you have either addition or subtraction. Now we know how to add and subtract the integers very well. So minus 28 minus 63 are negative integers, so write these two integers together, minus 28 and minus 63 plus of 12 and 42 are positive integers, so plus 12 plus 42. Now add the like integers, what we will get? Minus minus. So plus we have to do 3 plus 8 11, 7 plus 2 is 9, minus 91 plus of 12 plus 42 54. Now one is minus, one is plus, so finally we have to go for subtraction. Then what will get the result? 11 minus 4 is 7 and 8 minus 5 is 3. And here we have negative symbol, so minus 37 we will get for this expression. But we need to find out absolute value of that expression. And that expression value we got as minus 37. That is equal to mod of minus 37, which is nothing but plus 30, just 37, not plus. Okay, just number we need to take. And coming to this question, so we need to simplify for this. Observe, first of all, remove the brackets and remove all these symbols. What will you get? Minus 3 plus 12. For these two, we don't have the brackets. So here bracket is there. Already I told you this is into operation. So minus into minus plus. So plus 40 and minus half. So this minus keep like that only. What we will say for this? Absolute value only, no mod symbol. So absolute value of any number is, we won't take its sign, means this minus we will not write, just 13 will write. Okay. Now observe, these two are negative integers like integers and these two are positive integers like integers. So rearrange the like integers, minus 3 minus 13 plus of 12 plus 40. Now 13 plus 3 equal to 16, that is minus 16 plus of 12 plus 40 is 52. 1 is plus 1 is minus, subtraction. 52 minus 16 we have to do, and 52 is plus, so we will get the plus answer. 12 minus 6 is 6. 4 minus 1 is 3, 36. So plus 36 will be the answer for this expression. Okay. So remember, whenever they are given absolute value, just you have to take number. And this minus is before that number we have, so that's why I written this minus. Otherwise, I will not write. Here, whatever minus is there, plus is there, we must write. So here I have minus operation. But absolute value of minus 13 is just 13. Okay. Now coming to the next problem. If A and B are, if A and B are integers and A is not equal to B, then which of the following is incorrect? Then which of the following is incorrect? And here the options are given like this. A plus B is equal to B plus A. And next one is A minus B is equal to B minus A. And third option is A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A is equal to A. And fourth option is A minus 0 is equal to A and not equal to 0 minus A. So just observe this, observe the problem. This is depending on properties of integers. Now observe that A and B both are belongs to integers only and A value is not equal to B. Then just observe these values. So let us take any examples for A and B. Let A equal to 5 and B is equal to -2. So one is positive, one is negative I am taking. If you want to take both are positive, no problem. But observe here. A plus B equal to B plus A, we must do this according to the first option. Observe A plus B value first. So this is my first option I am taking. A plus B is equal to 5 plus of -2. That is nothing but 1 is plus, 1 is minus. So subtraction. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3 and 5 is having plus 10. So plus 3 will be my result. Now B plus A value also we have to find. Both are equal or not we are checking. So B plus A is equal to B value is -2. A value is 5 minus plus subtraction. So 5 minus 2 is 3 and 5 is having plus 10, so plus 3. Both are same. So first option is correct. Okay. Then coming to the second option. A minus B is equal to, A value is 5 and minus of -2. That is nothing but first we need to remove the bracket, that is 5 minus into minus plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And B minus A. B value is -2 minus of -5. Minus of plus 5. A value is 5. So what will you get? -2 minus into plus -5. This is plus 5, yes or no? Minus into plus -5. Both are minus values, so addition and -7 we must do. Now, 7 and -7 are equal. No. One is positive number, one is negative number. So both are not equal. Means second option holds wrong. Commutative property is suitable for addition and multiplication only, not for subtraction and division. So here they are given subtraction. It is a commutative property. So this one is incorrect. They are asking to identify the incorrect one. So incorrect answer is this one. But observe for C option also. A plus 0 is equal to. A plus 0 means 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. And 0 plus A, that is 0 plus 5 also equal to 5. So in all those cases we are getting A only. 5 means A itself. In these two cases we are getting A only as the result. Means C also correct. Additive identity property. Okay. Then coming to the last one. A minus 0 is equal to 5 minus 0, which is equal to 5. 5 is nothing but A. Means this one is correct. Okay. Now coming to the last statement, 0 minus A. 0 minus A is 0 minus 5. So 0 minus 5, I will get -5, which is not equal to A. So that's what they are given. No, 0 minus A is not equal to A and A minus 0 is equal to A. So correct. The option is correct. Only the thing is here, first one states that commutative property under addition. So commutative property is suitable for integers under addition and multiplication, not in subtraction and division. So this is commutative property under subtraction, so it is not suitable. With the example also we have cleared that. So 7 is not equal to minus 7. That means this is wrong. They are asking to choose the incorrect one only. And additive identity property. By adding 0 to any integer, you will get same integer as the result. And here, whenever you are subtracting a number from 0 is subtracted from any number, that number only you will get as the result. Means observe 5 minus 0, 5 only we are getting the result. But any number subtracted from 0, negative number you will get as the result. Minus 5 we got. For 5, we got minus 5 as the result. Okay. Now coming to the next problem. Now here they are given if if y is equal to minus 30 minus 10 minus of minus 18, then y is equal to dash, they are asked. So next question, which of the following number following number line represents minus 1 minus 4. So here the options are given minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here they are denoted like this. And option B is 0 plus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. And they have indicated like this. And option C indicated minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, and 1, 2. So 1, 2, minus 1 given, and then 1, 2, minus 5. And next, last option is 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 0 to minus 1, and then 0 to minus 5. Okay. Observe the first problem. They have given sum of the expression. We need to find out y value. So y is equal to, between every integer we have minus 10. First of all, remove the bracket. So first thing, minus 30 minus 10. Now I have removed bracket. Before this bracket we have plus only. So plus into minus, minus means minus 30 only will get. This is minus 10. Now minus into minus plus 18. So it is very clear that these two are negative and it is positive. So first of all, add these two integers. That is minus 30 minus 10 is minus 40 plus 18. Yes. So now these two are, one is minus, one is plus. Subtract. Unlike integers, we have to go for subtraction. 40 minus 18 is 22. And 40 is having minus 10. So minus 22 will be the answer. Means y is equal to minus 22. Okay. Now coming to the second question, which of the following number line represents minus 1, minus 4? First integer is minus 1. 0 to minus 1 we have to do. Are we getting in the first option? No. Are we getting in the second option? No. Are we getting in the third? 0 to minus 1 we have to get. But here 1 to minus 1 given. So C option also wrong. Coming to the D option, 0 to minus 1. And then we have minus 4. Minus 4 means left side by 4 steps. So left side by 4 steps, then we are reaching minus 5. So which option is correct? D. Okay. Observe, first integer is minus 1. So we have to indicate 0 to minus 1. Then minus we have, means left side we have to go by 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So till minus 5 we have reached. So this is the correct answer. And we know that minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5 only. So this is the correct answer. Even here also it is showing minus 5. But only one difference is there. Instead of 0, it is started from 1. So this one only mistake here. Okay. Now coming to the next question. Two thousand 676 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 2676 is equal to dash. And next question, the value of 8 plus of mod minus 4 is dash. And next problem is sum of the number 8 and the additive inverse of 7. 7 okay. So these are the three questions. Observe here, if you are adding 0 to any number or any number to 0, we will get same number as the result. So here 2676 plus 0 and 0 plus 2676 is equal to 2676 only. This property is additive identity. Yes or no? And value of this thing. So before that, first we need to simplify. See, between these two integers we have addition, but here this integer directly not given. Mod of minus 4 given. So mod is nothing but absolute value. Absolute value of any number is just number. Yes or no? Means 8 plus is this plus. Okay. And mod of minus 4 is 4. That's all. Mod of minus 4 is 4. So now the result is 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. That's it. And coming to last one solution. Sum is nothing but addition only. Number 8 and the additive inverse of 7. So required sum is equal to 8 plus sum is plus additive inverse of 7. Additive inverse of 7. Sum of these two numbers they are asking. So that is 8 plus additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Now 1 is plus, 1 is minus. So subtraction 8 minus 7 is equal to 1. 8 is having plus 10, so plus 1. That's it. Okay. And see, tomorrow we will take some more examples on integers only. So here we have discussed about absolute value, additive identity, and sum and difference of the numbers. So tomorrow still some more examples we will discuss on the same topic.